Everyone is suddenly pissed off about Riot's new fighting game. 2XKO isn't even out yet, and people are already getting frustrated with Riot for some pretty classic Riot reasons. Between the characters and the gameplay, it feels like people are starting to sour on this new title. Let's get into it. Okay, so a few weeks ago, we got a big drop of new information about what the 2XKO team had been cooking up ahead of this past weekend's Alpha Lab playtest. But one piece of news in particular really pissed everybody off. Amidst a flurry of information about system changes, new fuses, and skins, 2XKO's director, Sean Riviera, dropped a pretty big piece of controversial information. 2XKO will only feature 10 characters at launch. So immediately, fans were pretty pissed off about this, and it's not hard to see why. 10 characters is really low.
10 characters is kind of low, admittedly, and then you factor in the fact that it's a versus game, a tag game, so you're playing at least 2 characters, and then it just kind of seems extra low.
Like Rooflemonger said, 2XKO has 4 characters in every match, meaning that even if each character is different across both teams, that's still 40% of the roster in the most diverse possible match, which will likely lead to the game feeling a little small and matchups getting stale. Now, on stream with Sajam, the devs did promise that new characters would be coming, but after launch.
Champion train is going to start once we're out the door and in your guys' hands. We'd rather get it to you and do that instead of just hold it for longer.
But even if Riot turns on the fire hose, it's hard to imagine the roster not feeling small for quite a while. Like, right now, it feels like the industry average for adding new characters into a fighting game is somewhere between 4 and 6 characters a year. Even if Riot is planning on adding 8 characters to 2XKO in its first year, that still gives us a pretty damn slow year of working our way up to 18 characters, which is probably a number a lot of people would have been satisfied with at launch. On Sajam's stream, the devs also said that characters will have to be unlocked with champion tokens that you earn through play. While they say it's quick to unlock that launch roster, it does call into question how the system will work with the characters added after launch.
You'll have some champs at default, unlocked, and then you'll be able to just play the game and unlock the rest. It's pretty darn quick, to be honest. I have to double check, but I think like if you do the tutorial, you'll get like a champ token, so you'll get to pick one to unlock outside of the unlocked default ones right away. We really want you to be able to find a champ or two that you're excited about right away. And then, as you want to try more, you can unlock them and play.
And look, I get it. This game has been in development for a long time. We first heard about it back in 2019, 5 years ago. And you'd have to imagine that it's been in development for longer than that. So it's understandable that a lot of people are frustrated by what's going on. People really just want to play the game, which is likely why the 2XKO team is releasing it like this. But fans were still hoping for more. For some context, Street Fighter V, a game people complained had a small roster at launch, came out with 16 characters. Street Fighter VI launched with 18. Dragon Ball FighterZ, another tag fighter, launched with 24. The last time I remember a game coming out with so few characters was Skullgirls. That launched with 8, but was a small indie game from 13 years ago. That said, it wasn't all doom and gloom. Riot revealed a bunch of other gameplay changes that seemed good when we first heard about them. 2 new fuses, Sidekick and Juggernaut, seem designed for players who are less familiar with fighting games. Plus, the new Fury Break comeback mechanic and significantly stronger defensive tools will help blockers, while reduced combo length should stop the endless combos of the first Alpha Lab. Broadly speaking, these feel like good changes, but when people actually got their hands on it in the Alpha Lab this past weekend, it all felt a little messy.
This version of the game has some serious issues that became very apparent after a few days. It has me worried about the direction this game is heading in as well. And that might sound a little bit odd because my earlier playtest of this build I thought was kind of like mixed to slightly positive. Like I felt okay about it when I first tried it. But that was mostly gathered through a short exposure to the game at location tests. Having now played this version through lots of real matches against like good players, I'm pretty concerned about it.
This weekend, 2xKO players got very used to seeing the timeout screen. As Broski pointed out on his Twitch stream, the grand finals of Tampa Never Sleep's 2xKO tournament this weekend went on for nearly an hour and featured plenty of rounds that went to time. And some of the ones that didn't had the timer in the single digits at round end.
This is round after round after round of grand finals, which should be like the highest level play that we have access to so far, is just constantly ending in time overs, which is not what you want from a fighting game.
Now, there's a few reasons for this. For one, Riot did shorten combos and lower damage across the board. The first Alpha Lab was full of super long combos, 1 and 2 touch kills, and terrifying set play that often put less experienced players in low agency states very often. But Riot's changes may have gone a bit too far. Between the new wake-up rolls all but eliminating set play, the higher combo scaling and lower damage values making it harder to kill a champion, the increased gray life recovery making it even harder to kill a champion, 2xKO is a defender's paradise right now. And while there are ways to mitigate some of these issues, they aren't perfect. Hard knockdowns exist but are difficult to access for some characters and generally make your combo flow kind of awkward. Snapback exists to deal with recovering characters on the back line, but only in Juggernaut, one of those new beginner fuses that aren't really strong enough for competitive play. Ironically, while every fighting game fan in the world seems to be complaining about Tekken and Street Fighter being too aggressive and built around 50-50 scenarios, Riot has made 2xKO into a game that says no to every current fighting game trend. And it turns out people aren't into that. Notably, in a clip that went around during the Alpha Lab, Diaphone realized that because his opponent had low burst and how hard it is to actually kill a champion, the best decision was to just not play the game. And his opponent realized it was better to wait it out as well.
I mean, like, I'm literally disincentivized to hit him. There's no point in fighting.
What?
He's the GOAT. He's right. There's no point there.
Look, I'm not a fighting game designer, but I think if you've built a game where the winning move is to just let go of your controller, you've probably done something wrong. There's still a really cool, fun game at the heart of 2xKO, and people are excited for it. It's not all bad. Plus, Riot still has the time to make balance changes and find a sweet spot between the unrelenting aggro of the first Alpha Lab and the molasses defensiveness of the second. But between Riot blowing the balance this bad and the small-ass roster, the past few days have really shaken up a lot of people's confidence in 2xKO. It's taken this long, and this is all we're getting. Hopefully the devs can pull it all together before launch. We all want this game to succeed, but right now, we're just a little worried. I also feel like fighting games are unique where people seem to be okay with new characters, whereas like games like Valorant, League, Rainbow Six Siege, they have like the opposite thing where people are like, okay, like there's too many now. Now it's just getting kind of bloated. In fighting games, people are always down because they want to like learn everything about it and try the new tech and all that stuff.